Hello! Today we are going to talk about what happened after the Civil War. This event changed the history of the United States. After the Civil War, African Americans finally were free, and a lot of them started studying and learning important things that can help them to find better jobs. Because the most of them did not know how to write and read. Also, a school and college for African Americans were built. 3 laws were added to the Constitution for the benefits of the African Americans. Also, in 1877, 16 African Americans had become senators and representatives in the Congress. In addition, African Americans voted for the first time.
The Homestead Act. The Homestead Act was a law right by the Congress. They have settled free land on the Great Plains. They say, okay, you have to live there for 5 years. After the 5 years, the land is yours. So, thousands of Americans moved to the Great Plains. After the Civil War, many African Americans also moved west to get free land. Farms were started on the Great Plains. It was hard work to be a wheat farmer because sometimes there wasn't enough rain for the wheat to grow. There were terrible snowstorms in the winter. After the California gold rush, people found gold and silver in other parts of the West. Thousands of Americans moved west to find gold and silver. Native Americans were not happy because new people were in their land. As Americans moved west, they killed many buffaloes. Many Native Americans died because they had fewer food to eat. Native Americans used to every part of the buffalo. They eat, make clothes, make tools and weapons from the buffalo.
Okay, now we are going to talk about the lands of USA. In 1867, United States bought many lands. The people believe in an idea called imperialism. Imperialism is about one country rules in other countries or colonies. So, United States wanted to rule in other countries. United States wanted to rule Alaska, but Russia owned Alaska. Time after, Russia wanted to sell Alaska to the United States. In 1867, United States bought Alaska from Russia for $7,002,000. In 1896, the people found gold in Alaska, and thousands of people come back to Alaska to find gold. In 1959, Alaska became the 49th state in the United States. But this don't end here. The United States became interested in the Hawaii Island. In 1890, many Americans went to Hawaii for doing many things. The people went for work, built churches, and lived there. They wanted Hawaii to be part of the United States. Hawaii was ruled for the Queen Luluwakalani, and she wanted that her country was independent. But the Americans sent ships and soldiers forced the Queen to end her rule.
After the Civil War, new inventions improved the life of Americans, like the telephone invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876, to help the people who were far apart could talk to one another.